So for this afternoon, we would like to understand what is type-def. Actually, I have discussed that already when we were studying structures. And saan natin ginagamit ang type-def when we are referring to the structure? Can anyone remember? Saan ba natin ginagamit ang type-def? 'Di ba? So, if you can still remember that when we issue a type-def, we could use the name of the structure itself as our data type. Okay? And that is what type-def means. Okay, I'm not sure kung paano niya i-demonstrate dito sa PowerPoint, no? But yeah, no, that's one of the use of type-def when we were studying structures. And we would like to understand what is a dynamic array. Okay? But in newer C++ programming, instead of dynamic arrays, actually vectors na ang ginagamit. But yeah, it's included in our lecture, so we have to discuss that and demonstrate how to declare and use dynamic arrays and pointers variable. Now, this is what we were talking about last time when we are talking about structures. You can assign a name to a type definition and then use the type name to declare variables, much like what we did in structures. Okay, and this is done with the keyword typedef. So its syntax is the typedef and the known type definition and the new type name. In our case here, in this example, now we have here a type definition called integer pointer, and we could just name it as int pointer. So it's much like an alias name, no? Parang ginawa natin doon sa structure. And then we could name it as pointer 1 and pointer 2. Okay? And so, if I'm going to demonstrate that using a program that we have to open here, okay? And possibly create a new source code for that. Okay, and let me save that first. No, to uh yeah, I think our topic is about pointers. So yeah, uh let me just open that and start coding by including the IO stream. Ayan. And you have the using namespace std. Then you do have the main function. Then you have return 0. Okay. So what we were telling class, no? Let's say, for example, that I have a float number here. Let's say, for example, pi, which is 3.1416f. And we wanted to get where pi is located on the memory. And so we have this particular floating pointer here. Let's say, for example, p. And then we wanted to get the address of pi. Yan. And for that, to print out the address where pi is located on the memory, edi syempre, all we have to do is to print out p. And if we are to run the program and compile it, okay, you would see here that the address is 0xbb8eFFBC4. And so, if that is the case, if for the purpose of code readability, doon namang natin ginagamit to, yung type definition, since you will, excuse me, since you will always declare a floating point data type, sometimes you just wanted to have a type definition na you are telling na if, for example, I'll be using this name uh, pointer, floating pointer. Okay, pointer. So, float pointer. We could use float pointer itself instead of declaring a variable with a float and asterisk. No? So let me compile this program and type def. I'm sorry. So we have type def and let me compile it. Yan. And so if for example, if I have another floating point here, which is another pointer to the pi, and I will extract address of pi, no? And syempre, if I'm going to display C out and then EP, and then I'll be having this end L in my program here and compile it, makikita natin na they are the same, right? And what I wanted to do is instead of always writing float asterisk, might as well say that I'll be using, okay, a type definition called float pointer and use this name instead. So ganito na mangyayari dyan. Ayan. And you have a float pointer which is P and AP. So if you can still remember what we did in our structures, this is the same way how we do it, no? If we have to declare a certain data type. Okay? So anyway, so let me compile the program again. And as what you can see, it would have the same effect. Okay? And so, where is this used? Typically for code readability purposes. But, no, I highly suggest for you to just, if you find, you just use this if you find the declaration to be complicated. But otherwise, no, uh, for me, it's best to still use the standard way of, naming your variables. Okay? And that is basically what a type def is. So moving on to dynamic arrays, when we say dynamic arrays class, kasi if you're going to take a look on this situation, if I'm going to declare here an integer x of having 100 elements, okay, this is technically declared in the stack. Alam natin yon. Because all dynamic allocations are allocated on the heap, di ba? And so, what we are talking about here about dynamic arrays is that we will try to allocate a dynamic array, okay, on the heap memory part of our program using the new operator. Okay? And to demonstrate that to you, yung nangyari sa declaration natin, no, with regards to x is equal to 100 dito, what we wanted to do here, I'm going to open up the Paint application. Okay, so dito sa Paint application natin, we have this memory area that we have. And this is the heap division between the heap and the stack. And what we have here sa X100 natin, okay, is that they are all allocated on the stack. Okay? Ayan. So, i-mute muna natin si Mr. Makatangay. No? And we have here yung ano natin, allocation ng memory. Okay? On the stack area of our program memory model. And ang gusto natin, class, dito sa heap malalagay. Because, we wanted to create a dynamic array. And that's the purpose of the new operator here. And so how do we create one? No? We just specify a new. Okay, and the type of array, which is double, the data type, and its size. Automatic na yan. And how do we use that? So, the purpose of dynamic array class, saan ba ginagamit yan? Ito kasi, before compilation, you know already the size of your stack. Okay, so alam mo na eh. habang compilation time na you will be needing that. So, ginagamit ang, let's say for example, yung dynamic array natin. Let's say we wanted to create a dynamic array X. Okay? Yan. Okay? And ginagamit natin yan if, let's say for example, during runtime ha, doon pa lang natin malalaman kung gaano kalaki yung array na kailangan natin. Okay? Kaya that's why it's dynamic. Okay? So may pinaggagamitan yan. Hindi porket dynamic, gagawin mo na agad dynamic. Okay? Because, having a dynamic array using the new operator, you have the responsibility to remove it also from the memory itself. And so, let's say for example, saan natin ginagamit during runtime, we would like to ask how many elements do you need? Okay? And yeah, during runtime kasi hindi pa natin alam 'di ba? And so with that, when we ask it, no? So we will now try to declare the number of elements, and ang gagawin natin, we would like to, enter a value for the number of elements. And then, tsaka tayo mag-declare ng array, no? Using the pointer that we have created. So asterisk DAX. So you have DAX is equal to new integer, and let's say for example, ganito karami yung kailangan ko na array para sa memory ko. Okay? And with that, no, we could actually iterate, okay, each elements of the array. But syempre, kung titingnan natin dito class, no, merong laman na values agad yan, which is undefined values. Okay, so you have undefined values here. So what you might want to do is to initialize first, okay, all elements to 0, because you'll never know what contents would be inside that particular array. Okay? So sabi natin, if we have an array, an array that we assign to a pointer, actually, I is less than E kasi we know the number of elements already, so we can use that as an index. Ang gagawin natin, okay, we will just be assigning and use the dynamic array of X that we have created as a regular array lang, no? And we just assigned 0 for that. Okay? And syempre, we wanted to display the elements na nilagay natin. So something like sa element 0, naglagay tayo ng 100. Then sa element 3, naglagay tayo ng 200, no? But you can also use pointer arithmetic. Okay? So it really takes practice and understanding to use pointers. And all I have to do here is to print out, okay, what actually X contains. Ayan. Okay? And so if I'm going to run this program and try to look at it, no? Kung ano yung magiging itsura niya. Of course, 035 would contain 100, 200, and 300 respectively. Ang kinaibahan lang niya, because of it's a dynamic array, is before you exit your program, you have to delete the AX. Because you have the responsibility to delete your allocated memory, no, in our programming style here. And let me run the program. Okay, and as what you can see, it will print first the the two addresses. I'm sorry, yung antivirus ko uh, let me just close that, no? and disable until computer is restarted. Let me close the program. Let me close the program again. Ayan. And let me run the program. Ayan. So here you go. So as what you can see, how many elements do you need? Oh, I need 10 elements. Oh, you have 100, 200, and 300, and all of them are zero. O, di ba? You can actually create arrays on demand. Hindi during compile time, but on demand. And so, anong itsura niyan in our memory model? Okay? So, DAX is a local variable here. Okay? However, your array is located on the heap. So, ang question, sir, anong nakalagay dito sa sa value ng local variable natin sa loob ng stack na DAX? It contains the memory address where this is located on the heap. Pero nasa stack yung pointer kasi nandun yung declaration natin ng pointer. Okay? And yung allocation niya wala dito sa stack. Nasa heap. Okay? So, naintindihan nyo ba, class? When we are talking about dynamic arrays on demand. Do you have any questions ba? O may nakikinig ba? Hello? Am I talking to anyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Ayun.
sir.
Sige. And so, class, no, let us take a closer look. Ano pa yung difference niya? Tingnan nyo, ah. Let's say, for example, in my program here, I am in need of 100,000 elements of an array. So let me compile the program. Okay, so actually, we were allowed to create 100,000 elements in the array. Sir, what about 1 million elements? No, save muna natin. No? And yeah. So actually, pwede pa rin, no? So 1 million elements. Pero kung titingnan nyo, actually nag-error na, no? Kahit 1 million elements. Ayan, no? We have 1 million. Yan. O, wala nang lumabas, di ba? Tingnan nyo, with return value, hindi na zero. Okay, subukan natin sa 100,000. Okay, 100,000. Ayan. O, 100,000 kaya pa. Okay? Pero pag 1 million elements, tingnan natin. Kaya pa ba? Hindi na. Hindi na kasya sa stock class yung 1 million elements. So ibalik natin dati sa 100 and this would make it fine. Okay? Pero since we have x is 100, tingnan natin kung kaya ang 1 million on the heap. Okay? 1 million sa heap. O kayang-kaya, 'di ba? Pero sa stack hindi kaya, 'di ba? So, if you need an enormous amount of array, simply a local stack array will not be able to accommodate your request. Okay? Pero look, dito, no? If, for example, you would be needing 1 million arrays, pero kasi, syempre, no? We wanted to print also the value of I here para malaman ba natin, no? Kung anong index na tayo sa array natin. Okay, so let me run the program. And we would like to request 1 million arrays in our program. Sa stock, kitang-kita natin, hindi kaya. Pero when we are using heap, okay? Ano ba to? DAXI. I'm sorry. I forgot to print out I here. And ayan, Control S again. And let me run the program again. Sorry, hindi ko kasi makita yung ano. So let me run the program. Yan. And how many elements do you need? 1 million. Fire. O see? Kayang-kaya, di ba? Kahit ano. No? So tingnan natin, no, para hindi na mabilis, hindi na matagal. So kahit tingnan na lang natin when it was counting, okay? For us to be able to access I, i-declare natin sa taas para we can access the variable I counter in our program here. Tapos, let's declare I as this one. And huwag na tayo mag-see out dito. Okay? Something like, hindi rin pala no? Because we wanted to simulate. Okay, pero what we can do, let me just bring it back to its original form. We wanted to print out, um, siguro para mas mabilis. Let me comment out this for loop. Okay, and print out, okay, our index 9 999,999. Okay? Kasi yan yung last element nung ano natin, nung array natin for a 1 million array. And what we wanted to do here, since we have declared an array which is 1 million, I would like to assign 100 in 999,999. Okay, let us check. Okay, if we can reach that particular part of our array, no? And if I'm going to run the program, tumatama kasi dito sa ano yan. Okay, so if we're going to run the program, okay, how many elements do you need? I need 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. I need 1 million elements. O, di ba? Na-print out natin yung pang 999,999, which is 100. Okay? So, what if, no? Yeah, I think that's possible. Okay? Yung ano, if we have an enormous amount of an array. But you have to remember to delete it. Okay? Kasi 1 million arrays yan, no? And that is if that is 4 bytes, that is an equivalent of 4 MB of memory, no? Dito sa program natin. Okay? So let me copy and paste this program. Ayan. Para I could also post it later. Okay? Doon sa lecture natin. Okay, so kung tatanungin nyo, those are the advantages. Ha? If you are going to use the stack is limited in terms of space. So we wanted to use the heap memory itself so that we could accommodate more elements into our array. Okay? So do you have any questions with regards to our lecture, no, on how do we use a dynamic array, and we just much use it much like an ordinary array. Oh yeah, but you have to call delete, no, when your program is finished. Actually kahit walang empty square brackets, no, and yeah, you could you can delete that already. Oh, ito pala yung example eh. So, you have the same example. We have the same example naman pala dito. So, delete with a bracket, no? Is also permissible. Okay, delete bracket array. So, questions before we proceed to our next module here? Sige, so we're done with dynamic arrays. And kitang-kita nyo agad yung advantage ng dynamic arrays natin. Let's now go to linked list. Okay? Sarap ng coffee. So, we have linked list and its operations. And our objective is to understand what is a linked list and learn different operations of a linked list. Let me close lang yung ano natin ha, yung meeting natin para alam ko kung sino yung ano. Ayan, save. Okay, it's already 1:46. And upon completion of this subtopic, you will be able to understand what is a linked list and learn different operations of a linked list. And what is a linked list? Actually, it's just a list of collection of items. Yun lang siya. Okay? Well, it has a particular order. And when we are talking about linked list, yung item, collection of items na sinasabi natin dito are dynamic. And when it is dynamic, lahat ng collection of items natin dito, ibig sabihin, nasa heap, wala sa loob ng stack. Okay? Kaya nga sinabi natin, no, na it is a linked list. Now, objects or elements can be inserted or removed at arbitrary locations. Okay, kahit saan pwede ka mag-remove ng elements or mag-insert ng elements. And a list can be traversed in order one item at a time. Okay? However, syempre, an array can also be considered as a list. Okay? It's just that it's inside the stack and uh, kung, kung tutuusin, no? Mas mabilis pa rin ang array in terms of linked list because it has an index. Pero there are some strategies for you to create a linked list and perform search and insert operations on it fast. Okay? Kung titingnan ninyo, bakit natin kailangan ng linked list? Ito kasi yung class kanina, di ba? Nag-declare tayo ng 1,000,000 na array. Kung hindi naman 1,000,000 yung kailangan natin, 'di ba sayang lang yung heap? What if kung hindi naman 100,000 yung kailangan natin? 'Di ba sayang ang stock, 'di ba? So, what if the question is, if our program can grow dynamically yung elements that we needed to store, doon na papasok ang linked list. Kumbaga, parang mag-isang lumalaki, no? So, depende sa kinakain niya, no? So, dun lumalaki yung katawan ng program natin. So, pagpakain tayo ng pakain, no? Siyempre, lolobo yung ano, no? Yung program natin. Ganun din 'to, no? Pag pinapakain mo siya ng pinapakain ng data, okay? So, dun lang siya lumalaki, okay? So, that's basically it. That's why kailangan natin ng linked list. Because we do not because we wanted to be efficient in terms of storage. Ang pinag-uusapan natin dito class, memory, hindi naman hard drive. Kung hard drive dan, kung hard drive yan, di wala tayong pake. Kahit ba 5,000,000, no? 10 MB lang naman kukunin yan eh. 10,000,000, no? Or 40,000,000, 40 megabytes lang sa hard drive natin yan. Okay lang, sige, declare tayo ng millions of array natin kasi hard drive naman gamit natin eh. But we're not talking about that, no? We're talking about a bounded resource, which is our RAM. Okay? And so, moving forward, no? A list is a linear collection of varying length of homogeneous components. Okay? So, ibig sabihin ng homogeneous, all components are of the same type. Okay? And it's linear. Components are ordered in a line. Hence, it is called a linear linked list. No? And that's why, katulad ng sabi ko sa inyo kanina, arrays are list also. Okay? So, a linked list is a series of connected nodes. You have a piece of data and a pointer to the next node. Okay? So, head here is a pointer to the first node and the last node points to null so that it could determine it's the last element of the array. Look, class, you have to understand this because from here, no? And in your next subject, data structures and algorithms, okay, it will rely heavily, no, on these nodes that we are talking about. Lalo na sa algo ninyo, no? Diyos me, yung mga binary trees, it's all about, linked list. It's all about nodes. Okay, so it's best, no, if you could listen very well. And what are the items in a linked list? The data item and the link to the next node. No, yun yung sinasabi natin. And the null acts much like a stopper to check if it's the last item or there's no more link next to our node. Kaya that's why it's what we call the end of list sentinel value. And we use the null keyword as a special pointer, okay, value that does not reference any memory cell. Okay? And what is the difference between linked list and array? Well, arrays are fixed size in memory. Okay? And array elements are stored in successive memory locations. Remember, when we were talking in your laboratory exercise, di ba, may pinasagot ako sa inyo doon na to print each element of the array. So makikita nyo doon sa progression ng printout ninyo, di ba, na na the memory addresses are contiguous, okay, depending on the size of the element of the array, is your next step to your base address of your array. Kaya mapapansin mo, contiguous allocation sila, no? And a linked list takes up only as much space in the memory as is needed for the length of the list. So katulad ng sabi natin kanina, kung ano lang yung kailangan natin, yun lang yung i-allocate natin. So it expands and contracts as you add or delete elements. And it's not stored in a successive memory location because it's dynamically allocated. So we do not know where it does reside on the heap. Okay? And elements can be added, okay, from the end or at the middle or yeah, at the front, no, of the list itself. In other words, you can add it anywhere. Okay? And yeah, no, this is the array representation. If we have a series of number which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, pero for a linked list, it is represented in the memory this way. Pwedeng yung 0 nandito, yung 1 points to here, points to 2 at the top, 2, then next 3, then you have 4, and then 5. So it is located, no, anywhere on our heap. Ayan. Okay? So, moving forward, no? Here are some of the linked lists that we have basic operations. We have insert, find, delete, print, no, and etc. and other operations. Now, we have different variations of linked list. We will not be tackling them all, but it is important for us to understand first what is a singly linked list before we can understand all of these things. Okay, so dito natin muna sisimulan. Okay? And what are these things? No, marami siyang sinasabi dito. But let me just show you, no? Para mas maintindihan nyo what is this linked list all about. Okay? So, ang daming sinasabi ng PowerPoint slide. Okay. So let me create a sample program here. Sinasabi natin dito, class, let me open a Paint. Yeah. And let me create a new program here. Yeah. A node in a linked list is actually the data that we wanted to store as a linked list. Gusto natin maglagay ng data class. Okay? Ngayon, a node in a linked list, we have this node. And it contains two parts. Okay? So, hahatiin natin yung box sa dalawa. Okay? Yung first part, yun yung tinatawag natin na data nung mismong box natin. Okay? And dito, no, yung susunod natin na laman ng box, ang tawag natin dito next. Ibig sabihin, the next here is a pointer sa isa pang box. This one. Okay? Kaya that's why yung kada box natin, which is a node, yung next, okay, yung laman niyan, nakaturo, okay, kung saan nakalagay yung pangalawang box. Kaya, alam niyo yan, ang tawag sa kanya, linked list. Okay? Papakita ko sa inyo paano ginagawa yung box. Okay? So, let me create a new program here. Sabihin na lang natin, class, no? Sabihin na lang natin na we wanted to create a linked list of names, no? Sa loob ng program natin. Okay? And so, gagawin natin yung box. So, para makagawa tayo ng box, gagawa tayo ng structure. And ang tawag natin doon, class, yung node. Kasi yun yung pangalan ng box natin eh. No? Yung node mismo, yung box. And sabi natin, sa loob ng node, meron tayong data. Ito yung laman ng mismong box. Ano yung value niya? Okay? And meron tayong uh, next, no? Which is a pointer to the next node. Okay? Kung saan nakalagay yung susunod na box. 'Di ba? And ang nangyari dito, class, gawa tayo ng ano dito. Let's now try to create a string. Yan. Okay? Gawa tayo ng string. Ang data na laman natin sa loob ng node natin is a string called name. Okay? Tapos, we have here a pointer to the next node. Okay? So ano yun? Meron kang structure na node ulit, pero next ang tawag mo. So makikita nyo, class, no, dito pa lang sa declaration natin. Ito yung data natin at sinasabi niya, meron ka ulit node, okay, na ganito rin. Okay, so meron siyang ulit data and meron ka ulit node na ganito din. Okay? So meron ulit data at meron ka ulit node na ganito din. Did you get the idea? Bakit ganito yung structure natin, class? Were you able to get the idea from this? Why it has two parts? Do you have any questions? Or do you want me to repeat this again from the start? Or may nakikinig pa ba? Yun ang tanong.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Kasi wala akong nakukuhang response, no? Anyway, so we have this kind. Siguro I will not be posting this anymore, no? Yung recording para sure tayo na nakikinig kayo. Okay? And we have this structure node, no? Kaya makikita nyo, no, every time na we would be having this, no, we are pointing to another box like this one. Okay? So paano ba siya ginagamit? Di gamitin na natin. Okay? Sabi natin, class, no, gusto natin gumawa ng structure of node, no? And gusto natin gumawa ng node para sa akin, para lalagay ko yung pangalan ko. Okay? So I have here node which is Reggie. Okay? And take a closer look, no? This is just a pointer. Wala pa tayong box dito. Okay? For this to have a box, sasabihin natin, okay, Reggie, okay, is equal to new struct node. Okay? So gagawa tayo ng isang box. Okay, na node type. So dito sa paint natin, gumawa tayo ng Reggie, okay, na pointer. At sinabi natin na gumawa tayo ng box, okay, sa memory natin. Yan. Na wala pang laman. Okay? So, ganyan ang itsura niya. Gumawa pa lang tayo ng box. And so what we have here is new struct node. 'Di ba? And what we wanted to do, syempre, before the program would end, is we would like to delete Reggie afterwards. Kasi syempre, nasa memory yan eh. Okay? And let's now try to put a name. So we have Reggie. Okay, dash greater than because it's a pointer. 'Di ba? Kapag ano tayo, structure, kaya nga pinag-aralan natin structure and pointers. We have name and lalagay ko Reginald. No? Yan. And Reggie, okay? We have next, which is equal to null. Okay? So, yeah. Let me compile the program to check if there are any errors. Wala ako semicolon. I'm going to compile the program. So, okay pa tayo. Next, gagawa ulit ako ng structure na 1. Okay, 1. No? And so, si 1, gagawa ko ng box para kay 1. So, I have new structure node. Ayan. And 1, ang name niya actually, no? Ang name niya is, let's say for example, Reginald Cheng. Ako naman, ang name ni Juan is Juan de la Cruz. Okay? Tapos syempre, yung next ko, okay? Okay, next is equal to null. Ayan. So, anong ibig sabihin yan? Dito sa paint natin, I have another box. Okay? I have another box here. And the box here contains actually 1. Okay? And si 1 nakaturo dito sa box na yan. And that's the meaning of that. No? Now, ibig sabihin ng null class si Reggie, nandito yung pangalan ko na Reginald Cheng. Okay? Because this is the data. And nandito yung pangalan ko na Juan de la Cruz. So I have Juan de la Cruz. Okay? And yung next natin dito is null. And the other one is null because that's how we designed our data structure. And syempre, I have to delete also 1. Okay? In terms of the memory location that we have. And gagawa pa ako ng isa pa, no? Which is basically Pedro. Okay? So, I have here Pedro. And gagawa din ako ng box para kay Pedro. Okay? So, it's just that instead of 1 here, gagawin kong Pedro. And gagawin kong Pedro. And gagawin nating Pedro. Yan. Pedro. Pedro. And we have here Pedro. Pedro. Wala kasi maisip, no? Pedro ang pangalan niya. And we have here delete Pedro. Ayan. And so, we were able to create class 3 boxes here. 1 for Reggie. Okay. And 1 also for 1 and 1 also for Pedro. So si Pedro na node natin, We have that, no? And also we have the null here. And we have Pedro. Okay, as our data. Okay? And how do we know that we were successful in creating those box? We could just have them no printed out. Okay? We could just have them printed out. Like for example, we wanted to print Reggie yung name natin. Okay? Ayan. And afterwards, we wanted to print the name of one, no? Para mapakita lang natin na nandoon siya sa box natin. And afterwards, we wanted to print out Pedro 2. Okay? So we have here name. And yes, no? Uh, let's now try to put NL here and makikita natin, no? We have here Reginald Cheng, Juan de la Cruz, and Pedro. Okay? Ngayon, kung titingnan natin dito, class, we all have a separate box. Okay? What we wanted to achieve actually dito is to make, alam yan, is to connect Reggie to 1. Yun ang gusto natin gawin. And so, what I'm going to do, okay, yung null dito, which is the next. Okay? Tandaan nyo, ha? Itong variable na to na nakikita natin sa dito is the next variable, no? Yan, yung variables na pangalawa na yan, no? It's the next variable. So what we will be doing here, class, is to point the next dito kay 1. Okay? So yun ang gagawin natin. And point 1, no? Yung next ni 1 dito kay Pedro. Okay? So, tingnan nyo anong mangyayari. Okay, that's what we are going to do. Sabi natin na yung next ni Reggie, okay, si 1. Okay? At yung next ni 1, okay, next ni 1 ay si Pedro. Okay? Yan, class, no? So, yun yung ginawa natin. Yung next ni Reggie, si 1. Yung next ni 1 ay si Pedro. Di ba? And so what we will be doing here, class, is how can we assure, no, na na-connect nga natin si Reggie kay Juan at na-connect nga natin si Juan kay Pedro. Okay? So that's what we wanted to do. E di check natin. See out. Okay? Yung next ba natin? Okay? Yung name ba niya si Juan? Tingnan natin. Okay? Yung next ba ni Reggie, ang name ba niya si Juan? Tingnan natin i-run natin yung program natin. Okay? Ano ba 'to? Hindi ko ma-click yung lumalabas yeah, let me click. And yun yung gusto natin mangyari, ha. So, ni-run natin, no? Wala siyang semicolon. Okay, may semicolon na. Okay, so tama, 'di ba? Tingnan niyo yung output. Yung next ni Reggie si Juan de la Cruz. O, 'di ba linked list? So, yan yung linked list. Dinidikit mo yung mga boxes. Okay, sa isa't isa. Kaya kada next mo, makikita mo dito, yung kung ito si Juan, okay? Yung next ba ni Juan, okay? Si Pedro, yung next, 'di ba? Kung baga ako si Reggie. Okay, sino ba yung next ko? Si Pedro. Ay, si Juan. Yung next ko ba, si Pedro. O, tingnan natin. Ay, bakit IP address? Kasi nga pala yung name. Ayan, I'm sorry about that. O, Yung next name ko ba? Si Pedro. O, di ba? Lumabas si Pedro. O, tingnan nyo kung paano yung link list natin. No? Di ba? Dikit-dikit yung mga box. Kasi nga, pinagdikit-dikit natin sila. Okay? Yun yung concept ng linked list class without looking at the PowerPoint. Okay? That's the concept that we wanted to do when we uh, work on the linked list. And so, no, we, the thing here is that, since dikit-dikit naman pala sila, okay, pwede tayong gumawa ng loop. Okay? Na something like, yung we have a head which is equal to Reggie. Siya yung head. Okay? And we wanted to compare. Okay? Yung head ba, okay, is not equal to null. Okay? Kung hindi siya equal to null, head is equal to head dash greater than next. Okay? Pwede mo na ngayon siya i-loop. So, anong ibig sabihin nito? Tingnan nyo. No? C out, head, and L. Okay? So, tingnan natin ano nangyari dyan. Let me run the program. Okay? And let me comment out this first and run the program. And so, ang dami, no? Ano ba nakalagay? I'm sorry, because it's a pointer, no? Node head is equal to Reggie and head is not equal to null. Head is equal to head dash greater than next. And I'm going to run the program. So makikita natin, parati ko na nakakalimutan yung name. Ayan, no? Head name. Okay, let me run it again. Okay. Ayan. Makikita nyo, Reginald Cheng, Juan de la Cruz, and Pedro. O di ba we can loop, okay, for each of the boxes that we have. And so, paano nangyari yan, sir, no? Paano ba nangyari yan? Bakit pa natin na-loop yan, no? Ng dikit-dikit. Okay? Papakita ko sa inyo using PowerPoint. PowerPoint using Paint. Nag-introduce ako ng variable na head. Okay? Ayan. Yan yung head na variable natin. Sabi natin dito sa program, sa simula, head is equal to Reggie. Okay? And so, yung head daw is equal to Reggie. Ayan. Okay? That's it. 'Di ba? And so, is head not equal to null? Yes, definitely, because may laman, which is Reginald Cheng. And since it's not equal to null, sabi niya, print out head dash greater than name. And what is head dash greater than name? It's Reginald Cheng. Okay? So yun yung unang na-print. Okay? Tapos sabi niya dito, no, edi okay na tayo. Okay? Ito na next. What is head dash greater than next? Sabi niya, what is head dash greater than next? Si 1 yun. So, ibig sabihin, yun yung magiging bagong value ni head. So, si head ngayon, hindi na nakaturo kay Reggie. Sabi niya, head dash greater than next. So, ibig sabihin, si head nakaturo na kay Juan de la Cruz. So, is head not equal to null? Yes, because nakaturo siya kay Juan de la Cruz. And so, the second printout is Juan de la Cruz. And so, nag-head is equal to head dash greater than next tayo. Okay? And, ang nangyari, head dash greater than next, no, is Pedro. And so, si head dito, okay, si head, yan, hindi na nakaturo kay Juan. Nakaturo na kay Pedro. Okay? Nakaturo na siya kay Pedro. And so, what will happen here, okay, is that mapiprint ngayon si Pedro. And look, Head is equal to head dash greater than next. Okay? It's null, right? So the next value here, okay, is null. And yun yung malalagay kay head. And makikita nyo, is null not equal to null? It's false. Therefore, exit na yung program. No? And through the use of that class, no, yung linked list natin, okay, we were able to traverse each of the elements of our array. And yun yung storya, no, ng ano natin, ng tawag dito, ng linked list natin class. Okay? That's what you call list traversal. Okay? And syempre mabibigla kayo, no? Kaya gumawa muna ako ng tatlong box para mapakita ko sa inyo na gumagawa talaga tayo ng node kada data natin. So kung you have a linked list of numbers, ganyan pa rin ang itsura. Syempre nagkakaiba na lang dito. Integer, okay? Integer na na variable. Kung meron kayong integer na linked list. Kung meron kayong float na linked list, and so on and so forth, mag-iiba lang kung ano yung data natin. Actually, hindi lang isa yan ha. Pwedeng meron pa kayo dito, string name, okay? Last name, okay? Meron kayong age. So, that's your data. So, kada next mo, okay? Kada next ng program mo, okay? Kasama itong tatlong to. Okay? Or, you might want to do here, okay, another alternative is for you to create a data node. No? So, pwede mong sabihin data. Okay? And dito sa data mo, meron kang string name, string last name, and then you have age. And then dito, instead na buong yan, okay, you would have written here, which is a structured data, and you have a data. O, kabit-kabit na yan. Okay? Yun lang, syempre, mag-iiba yung ano nyo dito, yung how you access the name. So, dapat, meron kang data dot name. O, dot. Kasi hindi na pointer to eh. Notice, hindi na pointer yan. No? Okay, kaya dot na yung access nyo. Kaya data dot name. Okay, so data dot name. Okay, and another data dot name. So, ganyan na siya. Okay? And still, it's the same. Connect 1 and Pedro. And head, no, is data dot name. Yan. So, if we are going to compile it and run the program, it would still be the same. Okay? It's just that, mas inayos mo. That you really separated data from next. And ginawan talaga natin ng data yung mismong box natin. Kaya class, alam niyo yun, it's programming is really an art, no? Depending on the level of your learning, depending on how you uh, remember your past lectures, you can all apply them, no? In what we call the linked list that we have right now. Pero syempre dito class, hindi natin ginamit yung last name tsaka age. Okay? Kumbaga, pinakita lang natin na we tried to convert a certain node in a form of a structure para mas ano lang tayo, mas tawag dito, what do you call this? Mas maintindihan lang natin. Okay? Eh, tingnan nyo ha. Sir, paano kung gumawa ako ng isa pa? Okay? And let's say, for example, gusto kong gumawa ng isa pang tao which is Charlie, for example. No, Charlie, pangalan. And so ginawan ko siya, no? So I have here Charlie is equal to new structure, okay, which is a node. Ayan. And Charlie dash greater than data dot name. Okay? So we have Charlie, no? Yung pangalan niya. Okay? And here, okay, Charlie dash greater than next is equal to null. O, ayan, no? However, in our paint here, let me create a new one. Okay, para let's erase the board that we have. So, nandito si Reggie, nandito si Juan, nandito si Pedro. Okay? And currently, si Reggie, okay, si Juan, at saka si Pedro. Okay? However, currently, si Reggie nakadikit kay Juan, si Juan nakadikit kay Pedro. Okay? And si Pedro, syempre, ang value nito is null. Okay? Gumawa tayo ng bagong box. Okay? Ang gusto natin na si Charlie, okay, pumagitna kay Juan tsaka kay Pedro. So dapat si Reggie, si Juan, si Charlie, tsaka si Pedro. Ganon ang nangyari. And so, ang gagawin natin dito, class, no? Kung ito yung case natin, si Charlie, ang next nito, okay, buburahin natin ngayon yung connection dito. Yan. Okay? Pero technically sa simula, 'di ba? Sila yung magkadikit. O magkadikit pa sila ha, magkadikit. O yan sa simula. Si Charlie yung next niya, gagawin natin si Pedro. Okay? And so dito sa code, since nagkaroon tayo ng Charlie, okay? Sabi natin na ito na, insert Charlie. Okay? Sabi natin na si Charlie dash greater than next, okay, is equal to Pedro. Okay? So, yun yung ginawa natin. Yung next ni Charlie si Pedro. Okay? Tingnan nyo si Juan is equal to Pedro. Meron yan. Ito, yung next ni Juan si Pedro. Okay? Yun yung luma. Pero sabi natin, gusto natin ngayon si Juan dahil naidikit na natin siya kay Pedro. Okay? Si Juan naman ang ididikit natin kay Charlie. Okay? So mangyayari dito, si Juan, okay, ay nakadikit ngayon, yung next ni Juan ay nakadikit kay Charlie. Ayan. And so, mabubura na to. Kasi si Juan dinikit mo na kay Charlie. Kaya ayan na yung itsura niya. Reggie, Juan, Charlie, Pedro. Okay? And paano natin malalaman kung tama? E di tingnan natin, i-run natin yung program. Niloop lang naman natin isa-isa. Okay? So I'm going to run the program here. And as what you can see, we were successful in rearranging our box. So we have Reginald Cheng, Juan de la Cruz, Charlie, and Pedro. Ayan. Okay? So yan class, no? Dapat naidikit na natin yung yung mga linked list natin dito sa program na ginawa natin. Okay? And that is basically what we have done. Okay? We traversed. Okay? We traversed technically, no? Yung linked list natin. And we do also have concatenation, no? It is the process of appending the second list to the end of the first list. Okay? So, well, technically, no, we could do that. We could create another list and put it at the end of the linked list. Okay? Pwedeng pwede. It's as simple as connecting the end to the next list. Parang ginawa lang natin dito. So, let's check. No? We have different linked list operations here, like is empty, insert node, find node, delete node, and display all inside the list. Okay? And ito naman, we have here a linked list of integers. No? And look at how we created the node. Oh, ito pala, no? It's the same thing. We created the node, we have the data, which is an integer, and a node to the next value. So when we create the node, we assign 10, and the next is equal to null. And so on and so forth. Ito pala yun, no? And we wanted to link one node to another node. And this is the same thing as what we have explained, no? Previously. Ayan. And we were able to connect two nodes together. Now, syempre, kung ayaw nyong structure node ng structure node parade, you could define a type definition for that. No? Much like this one. Kung ayaw ninyo na parati kayong nag-i-struct node or struct data, then you would make it as type definition. Okay? And yeah, no? That's how a linked list works. And let me just check lang this one, no? How do we add a node pointer, create the first node? We are done with this. Create the last node, displaying the list. While loop lang ang ginamit natin. And wala na, no? Wala na siyang pinakita. But we were able to discuss this already. How do we create one node to another node? Oh, anyway, no. Moving forward tayo. Let's say for example, syempre, uh, were you able to understand how we created three nodes tapos nagdagdag tayo sa gitna? Class, were you able to understand this? Tapos nagdagdag tayo ng Charlie? O si Mr. Pahaganas lang ba? How about the others? Do you have any questions ba with regards to this one? Okay, so let's go with the next, no? Ito yung drawing natin. Okay, yung drawing natin dito. And let me create a new one. Don't save. Ayan. So, umpisa, we have Reggie. Okay? And then, sumunod, we have Pedro. Okay? And then, sumunod, um, we have Charlie. Ah, tama ba? Sorry. So, no, 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 no. It's not Pedro. No? Let me go back to our program. It's one. Una. Okay? So let me run the program first para maalala ko. Reginald 1, Charlie Pedro. Okay. So Reginald, then we have 1. Okay. And then we have Charlie. Okay. And then we have Pedro. Okay. Meron tayong Pedro. Okay. And all of them are connected to one another. Ayan. And then, syempre, ito na yung null. So, which signifies the end of the array. The question here, class, no? What if, for example, I wanted to delete 1, no? Pag tinanggal natin si 1, as in our example here, okay, actually, nakalimutan nga natin i-delete i-delete si Charlie. Okay? So, nag-memory leak na tayo. Pag dinilit natin si 1, basta-basta, before printing it out, tingnan nyo ano mangyayari. I'm going to delete 1 dito. Okay? So sa program natin, basta lang natin siyang inikisan. Okay? So let me run the program, delete 1. Let's see what will happen. O, di ba? Error na. Wala nang nagpiprint ni isa. So nawasak yung program natin, di ba? So what are some things that we learned there? Pag meron kang list, you cannot simply delete one node right away. You know why? Because they are all interconnected with one another. Mag magkakascade yan. So ibig sabihin, from letter J, from 1 to this one, you cannot retrieve anymore. Okay, hindi na. Tingnan mo, actually mapipilit pa natin eh, no? Mapipilit pa natin when let's say uh, yan. Okay? If I'm going to just have this, I'm going to point the head to Reggie. Actually, mapipilit pa natin si head na mag-print kay Reggie eh. Okay? So, meron tayong name. Okay? Mapipilit pa natin to. Okay? So, yung head, tinuro natin kay Reggie and I'm sorry. So, let me run the program. O, kaya pa eh. Reginald Cheng. No? Pero may problema na sa program natin. Okay? Subukan natin. Mapipilit kung basta lang natin dinilit si Juan. Okay? Mapipilit ba natin na ma-print pa yung pagkatapos ni Reggie? No? So technically, head dash greater than next. Yung kasunod ko yan eh. Mapiprint pa kaya natin yung kasunod niya? Okay? Ito technically, this is 1. Pero dinilit na natin eh. Pwersahin natin ha. Okay. Oh, ayaw na, 'di ba? Ayaw na. Si Juan yung dinilit natin. Eh sir, kung si Juan dinilit nyo, most probably si Charlie and Pedro nasa memory pa. Yes, nasa memory pa yan. So subukan natin makarating kay Charlie. Okay, head, next, data.name. So ito, si Charlie na to dapat. Okay, mapiprint ba natin? Okay, pwede. Charlie, no? Kasi nasa memory pa siya eh. Pero class, you know, we cannot tawag dito. Although it's in the memory, okay, na-delete na natin si 1. Pag nag-traverse tayo, like this one, we will not be able to reach Charlie anymore. Okay, it just so happened that when we accessed next, okay, nandoon pa yung residue ni 1 sa memory. Okay? Hindi pa siya totally na na-erase out sa memory natin, no? And that's the reason why pag nagde-declare tayo ng variables, 'di ba, may mga values agad. Kasi yung mga dating pinaglagyan ng values natin ng mga ng mga variables na 'yon, nandoon pa sa memory. Okay, hindi pa siya nalilinis. It's a good thing that we were able to still access yung next which is we were able to use Charlie. Pero there's no way for us to reach Charlie once we have traversed, 'di ba? Yung ano natin, yung tawag dito, yung node natin from the list. And it's very dangerous, no? Kitang-kita nyo naman na when we were able to comment this out, okay? Tingnan nyo mangyayari. If we will be using the traversal that we did. Okay? Ayan. Oh. Ayaw na, di ba? Kahit si Reggie, kahit nga si Reggie, ayaw na eh. So dito, actually, pinersa lang natin, kaya napagana natin. Pero looking at this thing, even though we pointed it doon sa first, dapat nga man lang nga, ito gumana eh. Ayaw gumana, di ba? So, it's buggy because we were able to delete 1 already. Okay? So, in deleting a node, it's not the proper way. Okay? And to delete a node, kung titingnan ninyo, if you wanted to delete one, you have to point Reggie first, okay, to Charlie. Okay? You have to do it to point Reggie to Charlie para yung linked list mo hindi siya maputol. Okay? So what you do here, if you wanted to delete one in our program, okay? So technically, you have to save first where one is located on the memory. Okay? And we were able to do that because we were able to save each one of them. No? We were able to save each one of them for each variables that we have here. So, ang gagawin natin, okay, we will be deleting 1. Pag na-delete na natin si 1, we have to point Regis next, no? Which is equal to Pedro. Oh, okay? And since na-delete na natin si 1, we have to delete 1 here dito sa program natin because there's no uh you have deleted 1 already, so double deletion lang ang mangyayari. And let me run the program, no? And as what you can see, we have bakit? We have Reginald Cheng and Pedro, no? So we have deleted 1, and uh, we have to say that our next is, paano ba yung composition natin? Mali. Itinalon ko dito, no? Mali pala, no? So, when we deleted 1, we have to point it to Charlie. Kaya naman pala, nawala si Charlie. Ayan. So, we have to point it to Charlie. So, ito, si Reggie, we have to point it to Charlie before deleting 1. Okay? So, yun yung ginawa natin. So, we point it to Charlie. In our case kasi, we were able to save the memory address before dahil tag-iisa sila eh. Kaya okay lang na na we delete first one before Charlie. Pero ang pinaka-safe talaga niyan is you point uh, to Charlie before deleting one. And if I'm going to run the program, as what you can see, deleted na si Juan. Reginald Cheng, Charlie Charlie, Pedro Pedro. Okay? So in other words, class, when we are deleting something on the linked list, hindi ka basta pwedeng mag-delete. Nakita nyo naman kanina. Okay? So technically, what you would see there is that you have to point first, you have to jump from one node to another. Okay? For you to be able to delete something on the linked list. Okay? So, yan. No? That's why we pointed next to Charlie. Ganun ang ginawa natin. And as what you can see, we were able to have Reginald Cheng, Charlie Charlie, and Pedro Pedro. Yan. Pinakita ko sa inyo with with specific variable names for each. Okay, para hindi kayo malito. Kasi ang mangyayari niyan, class, okay, we will now be creating a program that is dynamic without using a variable name for each box. So, kada loop mo, doon siya talaga gumagawa ng box. Okay? So, do you have any questions ba with regards to our lecture for today, which is linked list? And looking at that class, no, looking at our modules